Hello, welcome to another What a Concept video. Today we're going to talk about writing prompts. So, what's my natural response to a writing prompt? I look for the weird angle. My stories are not just plot driven or not just character driven, but they are always strange driven. Recently, my writers group was given a prompt with a picture. We were given 2 weeks to prepare a response that we would present at the next meeting. The picture showed the quaint beach town of Capitola, California. The photo was looking from the ocean towards the multicolored cottages on the shoreline. The prompt was, what's going on in one of these cottages or on the beach? I'm about to read my response to the prompt, but you may want to pause this video for a minute and think about how you would respond. Would you go natural or unnatural? I presented a story that was about 500 words long. The morning sun rose over the quiet town of Capitola, California. All seemed right with the world. To those able to sense it, there was an unnatural disturbance in the air. 2 women paced along the shoreline as they scanned the incoming surf. The water was unusually disturbed today. "Mom, look here," Julie called as she waved her mother over to a spot near the water. "What did you find?" Sarah asked as she rushed over to her daughter. "This," Julie whispered as she pointed at the sand. She looked back over her shoulder at the unsuspecting sunbathers. None of them had reacted to her call. Sarah looked down at the churned up sand. There had been some sort of struggle. Parallel lines in the sand indicated that a body had been dragged into the surf. "Do you see that footprint?" Julie asked in a quiet voice. Sarah leaned down and said, "Yes, I do." The massive footprint had been mostly obscured by the earlier struggle. The 3 large toes on the front of the print confirmed that it had not been made by a human. Sarah stood back up so she could turn and place her foot inside the footprint. The print was several times the size of Sarah's shoe. "Wow," Julie exclaimed as she compared the difference in sizes. "Looks like 500 to 600 pounds, Sarah said. Julie nodded in agreement. They resumed their pacing down the beach with their eyes glued to the ocean. Sarah sighed and shoved her hands in the pockets of her pullover. Her brow tightened up even more than before. Dark clouds covered the sun, and the wind picked up significantly. The surf became even choppier. "Calm down, Mom," Julie soothed. "I'm sure they're okay." Ahead suddenly broke the surface of the water. A man in swim trunks stood out of the water. Sarah quickly scanned him for injuries. George was unharmed. The wind died down dramatically. A few seconds later, a younger man appeared in the foam at the shoreline. She repeated the inventory of body parts on her son. Pete was all there. "Did you find it?" Sarah asked him. She cupped her hands around her mouth and loudly whispered, "The lair!" "Sure did," George said. "I guess it was causing problems with the dolphins and the merfolk too. They took care of it. This time they got the eggs." Sarah exhaled in relief. The dark clouds broke up and were dispersed by the calm breeze. The sun began to warm the beach. "I found these," Pete said as he tossed a fang and a claw to Julie. "I figure you could use them for something." Julie caught the remnants. Her eyebrows raised as she ran through the possibilities. "Thanks," she said as she put the material components in a pouch that hung from her belt. George put his arm around Sarah. It was time to go home and sleep soundly, for now. I hope you enjoyed this video and story. If you did, please give it a like. To be notified when I post a new video, subscribe and click on the notification bell. I'll be back with what's next.